told. Then a tour of the aforementioned haunted mansion where ghosts of past residents from the 1800s reside, plus a lot of surprises to discover. Next, experience Gertrude's after hours. Did I mention Gertrude is the mansion's most famous ghost? Maybe she'll show up. And you finish up the tour at Gertrude's Lounge in the haunted basement of the mansion with refreshments and Q&A. The trolleys are climate controlled and the mansion is restored to perfection. Check out MinneapolisTrolleyTours.com for more information.
With a look at your AM 950 weather, I'm Patrick Lilia. Showers and storms possible tonight with a low of 66. Tuesday, more showers and storms possible with a high of 80. The annual sale at Woodland Stoves and Fireplaces continues through the end of July. Woodland Stoves and Fireplaces has been finding a place for fire in your life since 1977. Check out their showroom in Minneapolis at Franklin and Riverside or visit woodlandstoves.com.
Portions of the following program may be pre-recorded.
The views expressed and the opinions given by the individual host, guest, random reptoid, or chupacabra may not necessarily reflect those of AM 950 Radio, its affiliates, or its sponsors. Now, it's time to step into the unknown. There are things people experience but never talk about. A shadow moving in the corner, flickering of the lights, a disembodied voice. We invite you to talk with us. Share your story, share your experience, because this isn't just your story, this is our story. This is GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun.
And this is GhostBox Radio on AM 950, where every night we talk about the paranormal, ufology, Bigfoot, and so much more. My name is Greg Bakun. Thank you very much for joining us on this Monday. It's the last full week of July, even though we do have a little bit more coming up in the following week. But boy, we have a lot of stuff to talk about. A busy week ahead. It's just going to be, and it's not a bad thing. It's just a lot happening here. And to help me keep it all clear and to understand what's going on, I have with me tonight, I have Char Savoie. You may recognize her from such other radio programs as this one. And she's been on a number of times, and we love the royal we love when she's on because we're able just to chat, talk, see what's going on, check in. And there's and whenever Char comes on, there's always something to talk about. She always has something going on. She's kind of like the real version of a busy bee, you know, just kind of always doing stuff. And I don't know what else to say about that, Char. I think I kind of ran out of material there. I almost said something else, but that sounded really bad in my mind. So I had to kind of self-edit as I go. I was gonna say pollinating everywhere, like a bee does, but that's really not. That wasn't right at all. So
yeah, no.
But I still said it. I mean, even though it wasn't part of the official opening, I still said it regardless. So that's just kind of what today's going to be like, I think. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay, I'm okay. I'm just, we were talking prior to the show starting that we had a firecracker of a storm come through, and it sounds like that Noka got a little bit of activity down there.
Yeah, the house down at the end of the street, their tree is split in half, so it's kind of hanging in the road, and a lot of people are posting on the community page uprooted trees and stuff, so I'm not sure exactly what took them out, but it kind of did do a lot, apparently.
My goodness. And were you doing a class at that time, did you say?
I was doing a class at the time, so.
Wow.
That's how we roll when there's storms.
I guess so. And I guess, I should have known that. I should have been like, honestly, when I was hearing thunder outside, I should have been like, I think Char's probably doing a class right now. That's what I should have been saying there. Yeah, that is really, really something. I didn't expect it. But the good news is I got my my grilling done early, but I'm just going to say, I had a tremendous dinner tonight. I just want to let you know
What did you
that.
grill?
Okay, so I misled you there, and I apologize. It's just that I don't know how to communicate with other people. I sit at home all day, honestly. So, but I grilled pork chops for the week for lunch. It's like just something to eat. I like pork chops, but I did this amazing breakfast for dinner. And so I got some farm fresh eggs, because out here in my area there's a lot of farms, so you can find that sort of thing. And then I did hash browns, I did cheesy hash browns, I did some bacon, I did some buttery toast, and I'm a happy camper over here. I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
I'm sure no cholesterol whatsoever attached.
No, not at all. Nope.
I'm sure.
I had a cauliflower crust pizza
Oh, those are
from
good.
Peggy's.
Oh, really? Okay. And that was good?
It was cauliflower crust.
Yep. Okay. I'm seeing where this is going. It's so when I had initially lost all that weight, damn it. So I literally lost all that weight. I didn't gain back at all. Nope, not at all. I made a lot of pizzas on cauliflower crust. And it was fine. It was fine.
Yeah.
And then you have like one pizza that's just on like dough, and you're just like, who am I kidding? Honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's fine, whatever. But yeah, no. And there's that place that I go to that I always talk about, the pizza place I always go to, and they had a gluten-free pizza that I was trying for a while. And this is when someone else owned it, and you could tell that it was like the unloved stepchild of the menu, because not only was it like burnt to the tin that it came in, the guy who used to own the place, God rest his soul, he would kind of throw it at you, just kind of, because I remember eating it. It's like literally like, here's your pizza, and it's like I already feel crappy for having to have this gluten-free pizza. Can you be nice? And he was always kind of the kind of what, the Seinfeld soup Nazi. He was kind of the pizza.
Yeah.
He was the pizza version of it. He was a nice person, but he was very he was an angry soul.
So no flavor for you.
Yeah, no, it was like really. I mean, it's just like, and it was just like, and it's like, I get it. You didn't make this from scratch. You make all your pizzas from scratch. This one isn't one of them.
Yeah.
And I'm not happy to have to eat it either, quite frankly. Yeah, it was just like, okay, so clearly, okay, you don't like me, or you don't like the pizza, or both, one of the two. So that's really all I know. So yeah. So, all right. You got stuff going on this week.
Wait, well, I do.
What
Imagine that.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I mean, it's just another week in the life of Char Savoie. But so let's just cut to the chase here. This weekend, July 27th and 28th, over at the DoubleTree by Hilton Minneapolis Airport, the Maria Shaw Minneapolis Convention is going to take place. We've talked about this many times on the program, different iterations of this, but this is truly this is always a lot of fun, and there's a lot of great people out there. And it just seems like yesterday that we had the last one, quite frankly. So it's amazing and fun that it's coming around again so soon.
Yes, absolutely. I'm super excited. I love these weekends so much because a lot of the practitioners that come, they come every single time. So it's kind of like getting to go see your family again. Like
Yeah.
they're just some of the most wonderful people, and they truly do get to hang out with each other and get to know each other. And that's what makes it so much fun. So I'm really excited for this one. There's a lot of really good information that's coming from everybody that's going to be doing a session. I know Maria's focusing on the Lions Gate, which is August 8th. So it's the 8/8 portal, which is a big manifesting day. And so there's a lot of stuff circled around that. But there's going to be a lot of really great readers and healers and just all kinds of different things there. I see Renee is on, and she's going to be there. She does the IV drip infusions for nutrients and to make you feel better. And we've both had it done. It's amazing. Casey will be back with her past life regressions. We have craniosacral therapy. We have Reiki. We have sound healing. Mary's going to be there. She'll be doing shamanic healing. She's doing a drumming circle at the very end of Sunday evening. If you want to bring a drum with, you can drum along with her for that session. That'll be at the very end of the day. Joe's going to do his extreme seance. So that's, where he has the spirit box, kind of like you, and he does a whole session with that. And Maria will be in with him. So there's all kinds of amazing things happening. And I'm so excited that all of our readers and healers are back. And it's just going to be a great time. And you will be there, which will be fun too.
I will be there. I will say, though, I'll probably leave my drum at home.
Okay.
So just be aware. So yes, I saw Renee in the comments, and I was reminded of the situation we had last time at the event when she was waving at me across the room, and I just you know what, I've been screwed over way too many times by seeing people wave in my direction and thinking that it's for me, and it's not. It's 99% of the time it's not for me. And so I ignored her, completely ignored her. And then later I came back. I see all of our friends in the comments that never come on when they never come on unless you're on, just gonna say. So I didn't even, I just didn't assume. Finally, I walked over and she's like, "It is you. I wanted to wave at you." I'm like, I don't believe it. I think she was just saying that, and it takes me back to when I was 10 years old. Char, it takes me back to when I was 10 years old, when I was on the bowling team at Apache Plaza, and there was this older woman who was one of our coaches, and she was tough as nails, right? She just was, the whole tough love stuff. And so, just always kind of afraid of her and stuff. And jump forward to like when I was in my early 20s, I came back from living in Mankato and I went to Columbia Heights, and there was a parade, and it was just going down the side street. And I just got, I couldn't pass with my car. So I parked and I just went out and watched this parade. And I looked across the street, and you know who was across the street? It was that woman. It was that coach. And you know what? She beckoned me forward across the street during the parade. She's like, "Come over." And I was like, like, "What, me? What?" She goes, "Come over." Okay, here I come. Wow, this is incredible. You remember me. This is a parade, like probably a marching band marching at this point, but she's telling me to come over. So I'm coming over, and right around me comes like two little kids, and they run up, "Grandma, grandma." And so I'm in the middle of this parade, like in the middle of the street, like, okay, she didn't actually want to see me. So I can't ever trust a wave again. I will never, ever trust a wave again. I'm sorry.
How do you feel about parades?
Oh, don't get me started. I used to, we come from a line of royalty, my family. I was a little vice commodore when I was like 6 or 7 years old. So I had to wear the little, skipper hat and be on the floats and stuff. And then years later, after my sister was after high school, and she was in college, actually, she was one of the princesses for the Northeast royalty for like all the businesses in the Northeast Minneapolis area. So we deal well with parades. We've been in them, we just kind of how we roll.
So you're better at being in them than at them.
Right. Yeah. Well, be in them instead of be a burden to them in it. Yeah, absolutely. I was, who knows? I don't even remember. I just remember like unbelievable. This woman remembers me after all this time. Literally, she is looking at me, Char. This is not like, this is why I can never trust waves again. I just, no matter what, it's just really, I've been hurt too many times. So, have you been in parades?
Yes, I've been in parades. Yes. I'm trying to remember.
Well, tell me more about this amazing story.
I think it's more or less when my kids were
on the radio.
I was one of the parents walking with them.
Oh, sure.
I
Yeah.
don't think oh no, I take that back. In high school, I was in a parade because I was in dance line. So like the homecoming parade and all those other things. So yeah, I was in lots of parades for that, but then more parades because my kids ran them.
Right. Well, we were almost in the Pride Parade, but
almost
life doesn't always work out the way we want, does it?
I know.
Yeah. Do you have a parade planned for the Charvinity Fair this week? Like we could all march in from like the parking lot or something. I could see by the look in your face you love that idea.
I was just gonna say, isn't it a parade anytime I walk around and just wave at people?
It is. A
parade of one.
We could create a taco float for you.
You
could be in the tortilla.
There you go.
I could tell by this line of questioning you're really happy to be on the show tonight.
Well, the problem is like I would walk in and I'll wave at people and they don't even notice me. Like I wave at the exact moment that people look away. Right. And then I'm like, yeah.
That is my problem as well. That, or like someone says hey and I think they say Greg, and all that stuff. It's really you could tell that the lives that Char and I lead are sad ones. They're very
oh my goodness.
Bruce says careful when you wave, Greg will ignore you. I got another story.
It's okay because he won't notice that I waved because he'll look away when I do it. So we're fine. We balance it out.
It's true. Also, because it's story time, apparently. Back when I worked at the agency in downtown Minneapolis and we had our phones and stuff, and I was getting out of ramp C where I parked, and the phone rang, and it was one of the executive producers, Bryn. And I'm just like, first of all, my day, I don't want to start my day right now. So I look at it, literally like shake my head and put the phone away. And I go into the office, and about 20 minutes later, Bryn comes up to me laughing. I'm like, what the hell is so funny? And because you could tell that's just kind of how I acted there. And she's just like, do you realize that when I called you, I was actually right next to you because you were at the corner of the street, and I was the car like right at that corner. And she said, I saw everything you did, and I was laughing so hard because it was just so classic Greg. I'm like, oh, for God's sake. So yeah.
This will be on your review.
Surprisingly, it wasn't. Everything else always seemed to be. So yeah, Bruce, Greg will ignore you. I don't mean to, though. Not always. Yeah, right. Okay, so why don't we go ahead and do this? I want to take a break, and when we come back, I do want to spend some time talking about the stuff that we're going to be able to see this weekend at the fair, because I'm going to be doing a couple things, and we just have a lot to talk about. It's going to be fun. If you have any questions for Char or any comments, put them in the comments section, and we'll get to them. You're listening to GhostBox Radio on AM 950. Greg Bakun here. I love historic tours of Minneapolis and seeing everything it has to offer. But if you know me, I like to include a little spooky in my tours, which is why I found the perfect combination. Minneapolis Trolley Tours does this amazing candlelight ghost tour that you have to check out. It's an extremely immersive experience. It's a trolley trip that starts out at a haunted mansion, traveling around Minneapolis locations exposing ghost stories that the public and business owners would rather left untold. Then a tour of the aforementioned haunted mansion where ghosts of past residents from the 1800s reside, plus a lot of surprises to discover. Next, experience Gertrude's After Hours. Did I mention Gertrude is the mansion's most famous ghost? Maybe she'll show up. And you finish up the tour at Gertrude's Lounge in the haunted basement of the mansion with refreshments and Q&A. The trolleys are climate controlled and the mansion is restored to perfection. Check out MinneapolisTrolleyTours.com for more information. Have you ever met someone who not only can help you on a deep spiritual level, but also potentially change your life? Refined Divine is an extremely gifted psychic medium who travels the nation and lives right here in the Midwest. And she offers mediumship, mentorship, house and business parties, energy healing, palm readings, and so much more. Refined Divine has helped thousands, and she can help you.
Hi, this is Psychic Medium Deb. I cannot wait to hear from you. You can go to refineddivinepsychic.com.
The Tilted Tiki, located in downtown Stillwater, helps you get your tropical tiki vibe on with a large selection of fantastic tasting tiki cocktails served in unique and fun glasses, a menu of delicious food ranging from small bites, craft tacos, sandwiches, and more. Plus, don't forget they have live music Wednesday through Saturday nights. Located in downtown Stillwater, the Tilted Tiki is your tropical relaxation restaurant in Minnesota. Visit thetiltedtiki.com. Greg Bakun here. I've told you about the out-of-the-world roast beef sandwiches at Maverick's Real Roast Beef, but I haven't told you about their Philly steak sandwiches, turkey bacon avocado sandwich, BLT, crispy chicken, fish sandwiches, brisket, or pulled pork. Okay, you get the idea. They make a lot of delicious food to the same standard as their famous roast beef sandwiches, and now I'm starving. I'm going to go to Maverick's Real Roast Beef off Lexington and Roseville, and you need to go too. Check out their menu at mavericksbeef.com.
Reach your highest level of consciousness and well-being with metamorphosisconnections.com. Metamorphosisconnections.com is an online directory of the best holistic and metaphysical practitioners to help you make your most informed choices. You can search metamorphosisconnections.com for classes, events, wellness and life coaches, plus metaphysical products and shops. You can also search for a wide array of healers from all modalities, including EFT, sound healing, energy healing, light therapy, ancestral healing, shamanic healing, reflexology, past life regressions, hypnotherapy, yoga, and more. And if you're not sure where to start, the search feature on metamorphosisconnections.com is tailored to help both those who know what they are looking for and those who are just starting. Come explore the possibilities for your higher self by visiting metamorphosisconnections.com. Their experienced practitioners can guide both beginners and those that are already on their spiritual journey. That's metamorphosisconnection.com, your link to direct you on your spiritual transformation.
And welcome back to GhostBox Radio on AM 950. My name is Greg Bakun. Thank you for joining us on this Monday. And we are talking tonight with Miss Char Savoie. We are talking about there's been so many good things going on that you've been doing. One of the things we've obviously been talking about is the fair, the Charvinity Fair, along with the Maria Shaw Minneapolis Convention. That's going to be this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. It's at the Doubletree by Hilton, Minneapolis Airport. That's in Bloomington. It's the same place that it's always at, but it's like earlier in the year, the place changed its name, didn't it?
Yeah, it used to be the Marriott. Now it's the Doubletree.
So just, if you've been there before, and I'm saying a hotel that you're not recognizing the name to, trust me, it's the same place. And come on out, see all of us. And yeah, I mean, one of the things that I am really excited about, there's a couple of things. First of all, obviously, Joe wasn't here at the last event, right? He wasn't here for May. Or was he? I don't remember. But he's doing his spirit box.
Yeah, I think he was here for May, but just for one day.
Okay, maybe that makes more sense. Yeah. So that's cool. And I haven't had a chance to see it yet, but everybody I talk to says that this is incredible. This is really quite something to see, and very clear and wonderful responses. So that sounds pretty amazing.
Yeah, so I'm really excited. It's a really big hit. People really love coming to, and Maria joins him too and helps channel messages as well. So it's kind of like a tag team event, which is kind of cool. He doesn't come every time, so when he comes, people get excited. So I'm excited that he'll be back. He'll be there both days, actually. Usually he's only there one day, so he's going to be there both days this time.
That's fantastic. And also, as we talked about, and Casey and I talked about last week when we had her on the program, that she's doing her group past life regression. That's going to be Sunday. That's going to be at 12:45. And, first of all, I recommend everything. I've had my fingers in everything in some way to kind of check certain things out. But Casey doing the past life regression, doing it in a group. And, I have to admit, at first I'm a little skeptical of it, because it just seems like we're in a huge ballroom. There's people in there, and we just, it's like, well, how are we going to be able to get to where we need to go to be able to do this past life regression, mentally? And she walks us through it. She makes it happen. It's incredible.
She's really amazing at what she does. She's really, really, really good about handling a big group. So I really love having her do that. And it's definitely something you should give it a try. If you've ever been curious, this is the time to come and try it, because this is a great opportunity to do so.
And it's and I would recommend also to first of all, because it helps out Casey, everything that you can, there's free stuff, but if they're offering a paid version, please consider doing so, because everything helps the practitioners and everyone and going. And there's a way that you can do the past life without having to put any money towards it, but there's a way to do it that you get a little bit more out of it if you put a little bit of money into it. You don't have to. She doesn't push it at all, but it all it all helps. I don't really know of any practitioner that's a millionaire, so
No. Well, and that's the great thing about the fair too, is they kind of put their prices down a little bit so that you can come and try stuff. So you're not putting out the full amount it would be to go do a whole session. So you can, again, still test it out, see what you think about it, what you like about it, or even just ask questions if you have questions about it. Go up to the practitioners and ask them, if they're not with somebody, what exactly is it that you do? Can you explain it to me? Can you make sense of this for me? Why should I have this done? Anything like that. But they all lower their prices at the fair, so that you can have a good opportunity to try that out and lots of other different things. And the cool part about it too is, if you go to the website, the charvinityfairs.com, all of them are listed there. All of them have pre-booking information. So if you pre-book a 30-minute session with one of the practitioners, you will get a free pass for Maria's classes, because Maria's convention is they're two separate events going on at the same time. So Maria's classes, there's a ticket for that. But if you sign up for that 30-minute session with one of the practitioners before the fair starts, you get that free pass from Maria.
Absolutely. I think that that is really cool. Plus there's going to be some giveaways, right?
Yes. So the first 25 people on Saturday and Sunday will get a goodie bag with all kinds of little different things that the practitioners have brought. There's coupons, candies, crystals, all kinds of stuff that go into these bags. And that's both Saturday and Sunday. And then if you have 5 practitioners, if you do the sessions, then you can go into a drawing for a really big gift basket.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, absolutely. And that's really cool. I really find that that there's some really good energy around that too, to be able to give stuff away like that. Cass and YouTube, I just want to kind of address, because you had wondered if you have an experience that's been haunting you for years. Can you call in and tell us about it? Unfortunately, we don't have the ability to tonight have anyone to take phone calls or anything, but we can Friday. If you wanna tune in Friday evening, we will be doing so. But we are able to because I think it's probably going to be too much for you to type in and look at. And I apologize for that. But also with the fair and stuff, I am just I don't know. I'm really excited about it. I'm actually bright and early on Saturday. Be part of opening ceremonies, so that's cool.
You are. I'm excited that you'll be there this weekend and that you'll be a part of that. And so do you want to talk about what you're going to be doing?
Yeah, go for it. Or did you want me to talk about it? No.
So you will be with all the practitioners doing like a meet and greet Q&A panel first thing in the morning, Saturday morning, so everybody can kind of meet everybody, get familiar with everybody. So it'll be kind of fun to have you there to start everything off and get everybody familiar with who was there.
Yeah, and that we did that. We didn't do it last time, but we did it the time before.
Yeah.
And I think that worked out really well, because and we've talked about this a number of times on the show, where it's like it's a very welcoming place. It's a very good energy, but it's still, people may not be completely sure, like, what should I do here? And I've always noticed that you're really good at helping people, like, connect them to the modality that they should be, maybe a practitioner that they may want to talk to. but this is a great way to hear it from the practitioners themselves and to be able
Right.
to have them explain what they do. And then they got through it really very quickly when we did it last time, that they can also take some questions, which I think is really helpful as well. So yeah, no, it's really exciting. It's a lot of fun to do, and it's fun when you see people and they're just like, oh, that's what that is. Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I think it's hard sometimes when people just don't know what they want or why they're there or what's happening. And, to kind of have those opportunities to kind of like meet people and get a vibe for people. And, it makes the practitioners, I think, feel like they're seen, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. And I suppose that's just kind of how that sort of thing is when you are with a lot of practitioners. And I know that one thing that you are very careful of is you're not filling the room with a lot of people doing the same thing. Everybody
Right.
there is having a unique a reason for being there. And what I always love seeing is people who are kind of they're also the busy bee, where they're going from table to table, back to other tables, doing different readings, which is also obviously a good thing for why the prices are a little bit lower than normal, because it allows people to really kind of experience different practitioners. It's fantastic.
Yeah, that's what I love about it too. And I just feel like it's such a good group of people. Some of those people have been doing this fair for like 30 plus years. I
Yeah.
mean, so there's a big group of people that have been doing this for a really, really long time. And then there's some people that are maybe within a few years that have been doing it. So there's all kinds of different modalities, and everybody does it slightly different. So we have, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 people that do tarot, oracle, psychic medium readings, but they're all completely different. And that's the cool part about it.
And they do it, they approach it differently. They
Mhm.
have different, I mean, it's just it's really fun to see. And yeah, I mean, and I've over the time that I've been taking part in this, I've gotten to know all of them fairly well, and they're wonderful. And yes, I don't think of any of them as, oh, this person does the same thing as the other person or anything like that. They're all
Right.
so unique. Just
And they
just really
refer to
cool.
other people like, that's not really my thing, but so and so over there might be better fitted for you. And it's not a competition thing for sure. So that's what I really like about it.
It really isn't, and you get people who are excited. People are very excited to see Maria. This is actually the first time that we've talked about the fair, and we actually don't have Maria on tonight.
Right.
But that just means you folks have to go out to the fair and see her, and it's just and see the energy that she brings to that event, and your energy, her energy, and all the energy of all the practitioners. It's just you walk in that area, and it is just it's very calm, it's very nice, and I'm looking forward to it for sure.
Me too. It'll be fun. So I hope other people will come out. I hope everybody has fun. Say hi. For
Yeah,
sure.
definitely say hi, stop by my table, stop by all tables, quite frankly. And
Yeah.
remind me again, what is for your part of the fair, what is the admission on that?
It's just $10 to get into the fair. So if you don't want to do Maria's classes or Joe's classes, it's just $10 to get into the fair. That gets you into Casey's past life regression and Mary's drumming circle.
Hmm.
So $10 for that to get in. Plus, you can also shop. So there's tons of different crystals and all kinds of stuff inside that you can buy. And then just whoever you want to see on the inside, pay them for whatever they're doing. And then Maria has her classes and Joe has his classes. And there's a link on the website that you can link right to Maria's page to buy those tickets too. And she has a couple different prices, and I don't remember them all off the top of my head, but she has a combo ticket too. If you bought both of their tickets, it's cheaper. So check out the prices on that for sure and see if you want to do those. But if you book that 30-minute session with somebody, you're going to get the free pass for Maria's classes, which I think is like a $59 value.
Yeah, yeah, it's worth it for sure to do,
Yeah.
and it's going to be great. What's kind of sucks though is I've never reordered any business cards. So I think I'm just gonna have to do like a QR code, print it out, have it on my table, and people can take pictures of it. And if they don't have a camera, then join the 21st century and get one on the phone. So
right. Well, you'll have your Ghost Stories cards out. Those have a little mini bio on the back for you.
that's true. We do have the ghost story. Those are cool. Those look really nice.
Yeah.
And we haven't figured out yet either what August looks like for Ghost Stories.
Why do we always wait till the last minute?
And it's going to be our 2-year anniversary in August
I
of starting
know.
Ghost Stories and beyond. So, and it's been a lot of fun. We've been kind of being very general actually the last couple of months, because it's
Yeah.
hard with summer. It's hard with summer getting people. I've been very surprised and very happy to see how many people have been showing up each month.
It's a good group of people that show up. I
Yeah.
have so much fun listening to their stories and what they have going on, and just sharing some of ours. It's just, I love that there's just a space with like-minded people to gather.
Totally. And that is certainly one of the things I love about that as well. We have a lot of stuff I still want to get to. I want to get to some of the stuff that you're making. I saw a comment in the comment section that just kind of like, I think that they were hoping for like some really strong paranormal type program tonight. And they're like, well, why are we talking about this? And the reason why we're talking about this, and I just want to put this out here, is very simply because there are a lot of people who are more and more interested in the stuff that the practitioners at the Charvinity fairs are doing, that people are getting more curious about. They want to figure it out. They don't know where to start. And to be able to bring this information out in the open so that people can make up the mind, like, I want to come out and check it out Saturday or Sunday, to be able to be like, there's something that I feel like one of these practitioners could help me with. That's why I do it. The work that Char is doing is a local small business run by a woman that is trying very hard to bring a lot to a lot of people. And, AM 950 is also a small business. So right away, we just love to help out small businesses wherever we can. And, we always get, every time we do talk about these fairs, we always get people come back and be like, we went and it's pretty awesome. So this is why we talk about it. We have I'm on 5 nights a week. We always have time to talk about spirits and ghosts, and this is coming up, and this, to me, this event is very important. So I'm going to get off my soapbox now. Luckily it's not a tall one. If I fall off of it, I won't hurt myself too much. So.
Well, and the best part about it too is, and if people have listened to us talk long enough, the metaphysical and the paranormal are not two separate things. It's the same exact thing. Yep. So a spirit is a spirit. And so you can come to the psychic fair and talk to Greg about paranormal. Jill will be there. I'll be there. There's a couple of vendors there that have had experiences, readers and healers that have had experiences. So it's not that you can't enjoy the paranormal because you come to the metaphysical fair. It's absolutely not. It's the same exact thing, and we'll embrace both of it.
Absolutely. And, there are going to be people that have never been to one of these before and will go now because we're talking about it today. And they're going to get some sort of help that they have been wanting for a long time, or they're going to get some clarity that they have never had before. And that's the purpose of this show, let alone the purpose of why we're talking about it tonight. So, yeah. Very much so. Why don't we go ahead and do this? Let's go ahead and take our next break. When we come back, I want to talk about some of the stuff that Char's been making. And this is pretty fun. It's great to see creativity, and Char always has abundance of it. You're listening to GhostBox Radio on AM 950. Greg Bakun here. I love historic tours of Minneapolis and seeing everything it has to offer. But if you know me, I like to include a little spooky in my tours, which is why I found the perfect combination. Minneapolis Trolley Tours does this amazing candlelight ghost tour that you have to check out. It's an extremely immersive experience. It's a trolley trip that starts out at a haunted mansion, traveling around Minneapolis locations exposing ghost stories that the public and business owners would rather left untold. Then a tour of the aforementioned haunted mansion where ghosts of past residents from the 1800s reside, plus a lot of surprises to discover. Next, experience Gertrude's After Hours. Did I mention Gertrude is the mansion's most famous ghost? Maybe she'll show up. And you finish up the tour at Gertrude's Lounge in the haunted basement of the mansion with refreshments and Q&A. The trolleys are climate controlled and the mansion is restored to perfection. Check out MinneapolisTrolleyTours.com for more information. Greg Bakun here. Like you, I love good, fresh, delicious food. So I want to tell you about this treasure in Roseville called Maverick's Real Roast Beef. Maverick's has the best roast beef sandwiches I've ever had. Made fresh every order. Add fries or onion rings dropped in the fryer when ordered, and you have a winning combination. Maverick's Real Roast Beef has a lot more than roast beef, so check out their website, mavericksbeef.com, or check out their restaurant on Lexington in Roseville.
Did you know that spiritual awakening is not all love and light? Surprise! Inner demons, ego deaths, and tower moments are on the horizon. But while life might hand you some harsh lessons, we've got the antidote to soothe your weary soul. Why not try a dragon's blood bath? Or schedule a Reiki aura repair? With books, herbs, talismans, candles, and more, we put the Shazam in shadow work. Visit Magus Books at 1848 Central Avenue Northeast in Minneapolis or magusbooks.com.
The Tilted Tiki, located in downtown Stillwater, helps you get your tropical tiki vibe on with a large selection of fantastic tasting tiki cocktails served in unique and fun glasses, a menu of delicious food ranging from small bites, craft tacos, sandwiches, and more. Plus, don't forget they have live music Wednesday through Saturday nights. Located in downtown Stillwater, the Tilted Tiki is your tropical relaxation restaurant in Minnesota. Visit thetiltedtiki.com. And join me tomorrow on GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun. You want ghosts? I'll give you ghosts. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about some of my favorite ghost stories. It's what we call a Just Greg episode. It's just going to be me. We're going to be talking about ghost stories. But I want to talk about the ones that I find beautiful, the ones that I find to be positive. We talk a lot about some of the scary stuff. And, hey, I always find the scary stuff interesting too. I'm not ripping on anybody, but let's do something positive tomorrow. Let's see what we can come up with. If you have something, go ahead and share it. Unfortunately, on a Tuesday night, I can't do phone calls, but put it in the comments, send me an email, go to comment@ghostboxradio.com, put your story in there. We'll read it. We'll talk about it. And, we do talk about ghosts, and we got some very interesting people coming up in the next couple of weeks, Char. We have Brandon Elvis is going to be joining us on July 31st.
Nice.
So I'm very, very happy about it. We've been talking about doing this for a while. I got Tim Dennis showing up on August 14th. I don't know if you know author Richard Estep. He's a favorite of mine, and I've been after him for years, and I think we're going to be able to do it as well. And we got some really great UFO and really good paranormal themed episodes coming. We got some people. I don't know if you've ever heard of Jim Harold. He does the largest paranormal podcast. He does like 3 of them actually. And he has a new book out, so we're going to be talking about that. So there's a lot of great things coming up, and I am thrilled though that we are talking about your event this Saturday and Sunday. And then you had sent me some pictures of some really fun, creative things. And we don't really have pictures of them to show, but what have you been up to?
Oh my gosh. I spent the whole weekend working at home and making tons of stuff. And holy crap, I didn't think I would make that much stuff.
You just went crazy, huh?
Yeah, so we made some soaps, we need some bath salts, we need some incense burner holders, hand painted them, like the little wooden tray ones, hand painted them.
Sure.
Then there's ones that are, there's ones that it looks like a wine bottle. And then Yeah, you hang the incense on the inside that catches all the ashes. I've been decorating all of those.
Nice.
I made some jewelry, and I made some cemeteriums, which are my favorite. I absolutely love them. I had to send pictures of those to you because I thought these are the coolest.
They are. So cemeterium is taken from what?
So you know what a little terrarium is? It's like a little glass
Yep.
container, whatever. You put some like usually succulents or something inside of it. So instead of inside these glass containers is like moss and little tombstones, and there
Fun.
might be coffins and skulls, and so there's cemeteriums.
I love them. It's just so much fun. And it's like, wait, you're saying cemeteries are fun? These are fun. These are really cool. They're really. When did you come up with that idea?
Actually, somebody we know told me about them. I'm like, what are you talking about? Showed me a picture. I'm like, game on. We're doing it.
Yeah.
So
That is
yeah.
fantastic. When I saw, like, okay, that's cool. Yeah, you won the creativity award for this week. I can't.
I wish it was my original idea. What it was not my original idea.
But you still did it, and you still
ran
able
with
to. Yeah. I love that. I think that is really fun. And are you putting those on your site to sell, or what are you doing with those?
Yes, I will get everything up there. So far, I've just been posting pictures to the Charvinity Facebook page of the different things that I have made, but I haven't added them to the website yet. I need to get caught up there. I just keep making stuff, so I'm making it faster than I can post it.
Absolutely. Now, Nicole says that when I started going to psychic healing fairs a few years back, it really changed my life. I've done all the ones in my area, so looking forward to driving down for this one and learning even more through classes, and excited for the sessions I've scheduled with practitioners. And,
Awesome.
yeah, I mean, that's the sort of thing I'm not surprised to hear it. Nicole is also a very talented person as well. It's going to be great to see how she enjoys the fair. Mr. Ka says Char is one talented lady. Yes, very much so. So very cool. That is really awesome. I'm really happy. I'm really happy. I saw that, and it's correct. I would like your thought on this. When you start doing creative stuff like that, it's a sign of happiness, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I think it just kind of, I don't know. I'm a Virgo, so I will overthink everything and analyze it to death, and then usually ends up making me procrastinate and paralyzed and not doing it, because if it's not going to be perfect, why would I do it?
Yeah.
And so I was just like, forget it. I'm just going to make stuff. And if it doesn't turn out, who's going to know? Right?
Right.
Who's going to know?
Well, and that's the thing about art. It could be whatever you want it to be. It's not,
exactly.
It's not for them. I mean, they don't have to like it per se, but it's not for them to be like, oh, you did that wrong. No, that's how I wanted to do that.
Right.
So whatever, I ran over it with my car. I wanted to do that. I wanted that tire track on that painting. That's how that works. That's what art is. So no, that is very cool. And you're going to have to let me know when the stuff comes up on the site, and I can share that out, because that's really cool.
Yeah, I hope I'll get it up maybe tomorrow or the next day. I mean, it's not like I have other things to do.
Got nothing else going on. We haven't even scheduled the next paranormal class.
I know, right? I know.
Yeah.
So we need to do that. I thought about that today. I'm like, oh, we're gonna have to talk about that, get the class set up, and
we'll find time somewhere, right?
I know, right? Who needs sleep? Who needs to eat? Who needs to do any of that stuff?
John Morrison says you both are very talented. Just kissing up. Love you both. Okay, I'll take it. I'm not ashamed to take praise like that. I mean, that's fine. So if you haven't had enough of Char tonight, you're going to be back on with me later this week.
I am.
I'm filling in Thursday and Friday for Matt McNeil, which is the drive time show for those who don't listen all the time to AM 950. Matt's our biggest show. Matt is not doing the show this week, so I'm going to be on Thursday and Friday, 3 to 5 both days. And amongst the people we're going to have on as guests is going to be not only Char here, but your daughter, Nikki. And we're going to be talking about the law that she had been working on for the past 5 years to get through. And it got through in early May, right?
May
So
15th.
we are going, I mean, and that's the perfect time to talk about it and celebrate it. And so definitely join us for that. And I'm going to have some other folks on. Amongst them, I'm going to have Robert Pilot, who is the host of Native Roots on this station. I'm looking forward to that as well as I'm going to have on Randy West. And Randy is, I don't know if anyone would recognize the name per se, but the thing about Randy is that he used to be an announcer on The Price is Right. And he is also a big broadcast historian. And I just thought it'd be a lot of fun to bring him on and talk about broadcast history, talk about working on The Price is Right. He knew all the people back in the day when we consider the classic Price is Right. I just think it's fun. That's my sort of fun way of doing stuff. We'll be talking some politics and stuff too, but this is much more to me, apart from the just general circus in general of politics. This is so much more like let's talk about The Price is Right instead, let's talk about Bob Barker. Anyway,
There you go.
yeah, so I don't know. Now, who I also saw that's going to be appearing. Not that it took me by surprise. Let's see here. Give me a second here. Going through all the names here. Did you not? Is everybody added on here? On your little, or did some people? Because I thought there was other people that were showing up, and I don't see them on your little roundy thing on your website, your little carousel.
There's some people that are not coming this time. Who are you looking for specifically?
Oh, I'll tell you afterwards.
Okay.
Mainly because I can't remember their name. So that's why I was hoping that your site would have aided me to help me not look foolish on the air. But that's okay. That's just I'm used to it. I'm good at it. I wear it well. So
there are a few of the normal readers and healers that normally come that are not able to come this time. So it might look a little different.
Yeah, no, I understand. And that's a great, and that's actually kind of the fun thing about it as well, though, is that you do have this thing where you don't get you do get a lot of the same people, but you don't always get the same people as well. Christy Brown.
Yes.
Because I don't see her in your carousel.
Oh, did I not add her? Thank you. I'll add her.
Because because she hadn't been at the last couple, and now she's
right
at this one. So I think that's going to be cool to see her and catch up and stuff. So yeah, that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Once again, part of it is, and this is the thing too, I find with the people who are, the people coming to get the work done. As much as I consider these people my friends, the practitioners, so do the people who are getting the work done.
Totally.
They create this relationship because it is so personal. What happens is so personal, and it really goes to show the people. And I'm not saying just at your fair, but in general, they care. They care about the people that they work on.
Right. Well, and a lot of these people too don't have offices, don't have a place that they do this stuff. Maybe they have a full-time job and this is their part-time thing. So the only place you can see them is at the fair. So that's why they get such repeat customers, is because that's the only place they get to see them. So that's kind of nice that we provide a space for them to do what they love and to reach out to the people that need the help.
Yeah, no, that is good. And and then, a lot of these people too, if you go and you get work done, a lot of them do have space, or they do it remotely or whatever else. I mean, it's really surprised and made me happy that Casey can do past life regression, remotely. That's incredible. That's really interesting to me.
I think a lot of us learned how to do things or hone in those gifts of how to do things remotely during COVID.
I bet. I bet that's it makes sense. Because considering that we didn't know how long we were going to be down, so
right.
yeah.
And people needed that so much at that time. They just were looking for guidance or insight or calm or, grounding or anything. And so, we had to shift really quickly and figure out, how do we do this here? Does this work? Like, what is Zoom? We had to all figure it out one way or the other.
It is. And I don't mean this as harshly, but it's a bit survival of the fittest in a sense, because
Mm-hmm.
you either sink or you don't, or you swim, one of the two.
Totally.
Unfortunately, because no one should have to be put in that situation, but we all were in our own ways, and we had to figure it out. So that's tough. I remember for some reason when I was working and we went to lockdown, I couldn't find the drive to work. You know what I mean? It didn't interest me to do my job suddenly anymore. It's so weird. Honestly, I don't get it. That's pretty cool. Now we're going to be wrapping up here. Once again, folks, I want to remind you all, Char's event is this weekend. The Minneapolis Maria Shaw Minneapolis Convention, Charvinity Psychic and Healing Fair, July 27th and 28th at the Doubletree by Hilton, Minneapolis Airport. For more information, go to charvinityfairs.com. Char, thank you so much for joining me tonight. It's always so great to have you on.
Thank you so much for having me. It's always fun to sit and chat with you.
Very cool. Thank you. Tomorrow is just me. Everyone, have a fantastic evening, and we'll see you tomorrow.